Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now in today's video, the NE20 Bluetooth hearing protection from Nitecore. Awesome, I'm pumped to see this. I got a first look and first sort of viewing of this at SHOT Show 2023. Now at this time, the full production models out in our hands. I have these here to test, and again, I am absolutely thrilled. So the NE20 Bluetooth earbuds, 26 NRR decibel reduction rating. To be completely honest, that's not enough for me, because I always double up. 26 NRR dB reduction is fairly standard. That's a pretty good overall rating, but 26 decibel reduction for me is not enough. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a look at these. I'm gonna use these probably standalone with 22 LR. I do a lot of times just simply use a single pair of hearing protection, like, earbud style hearing protection with 22. So I'll use these for some 22, but then when it gets to larger calibers, your handguns, your rifles, 9mm and up, I definitely double up. And I typically use electronic hearing protection. So I'm really curious what's going to happen here today. And so again, what we're gonna do, we're gonna bust these out of the package. We're gonna take a look at them in detail. I'm gonna get them all charged up and ready to go. We're gonna hit the range. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of testing, and then we'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. And so with that said, I have a whole bunch to do and a whole bunch to share with you. And if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what I'm about to get into, do me a favor, stay tuned. Now, before we get too far, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at Nitecore who did provide these for review. This case does open a little bit funny. I think you kind of slide this. All right, so this is what it is. Open this, and it falls forward, which is interesting. Pretty straightforward. So that just kind of holds it shut, and then pulling that forward. So here are the actual earbuds themselves. You can see the power button and then the indicator there. So again, 2/4 or half of the battery, and it's kind of like a little pass-through window there. So that's kind of cool. The earbuds themselves, so pulling these out, coming off of the left-hand side, this is the left earbud. Coming off of the right-hand side, the right earbud. The little magnetic connector there, you can see, so that's going to make connectivity with the case itself. These should charge in the case, and then you can charge up the case itself. So these, in theory, should be completely good to go if I want to start using them. Now, these are the silicone covers. You can see here, this is an M on it for medium. Then we also have small covers, so these small ones. And then L for large, so 3 different sizes, and then also including the different foam tips, which give you a small, medium, and large setup. So for me, I'm probably just gonna keep this on the medium for now and see how these perform for my needs. I'm gonna turn on my Bluetooth and pull these out, because usually that will get everything sort of moving and to sync it up, which here you can see it does say NE20, and I'm in. I did hear some audible command. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but I did hear an audible command. Now with these foam tips, typically I'll just kind of roll them. This is for my left hand ear. So getting these into place. The little wing is going to help hold everything nice and sturdy. Just holding that. Ooh, can already hear the sort of pass through. So the, ambient sound that I can hear coming from these. There we go. Again, holding these in place. Now I do get a little bit of feedback if I cover that up, because these do have a microphone, so I just need to be a little bit careful. But now, in place. I can hear these are creating a general sound deadening capability. I can also hear my general surroundings. So far, pretty good. Now I can tell you I may want to go up in size on the foam tips just to get a slightly better seal, but so far this is pretty good. It's hard to say. I might personally need a large, even though I'm running the medium at this particular moment. Now, one thing that's going to take some getting used to, in this top corner near this fin, that's the microphone, and there's a light. But this right here is a button, and it's literally, you can't see it. It's, you know, touch. But as I lean on there, it says power on, and you can see the little red light flicker, and that's now on. And it says it's connected, and that's for the right-hand side. But what about the left? So, long press here. Let's see. I don't know. That's going to take a little getting used to. Now, I know these have different modes. So the way I have to really... Oop. I just turned something on. There we go. So that just kicked on sort of that, you know, passive, audible, ambient sound. I can now hear the outside on the right-hand side, but my left-hand side, I can't get going. So, does the button click? It does. The button depresses. There we go. So you do have to depress the button. It's subtle. That's going to be confusing for some people until you get used to it, but it is a button, an actual button. There we go. All right. So now I'm getting somewhere. So as I press the button, okay, that's definitely working. So an audible beep. So I have silent mode, standard transparent mode, and enhanced transparent mode. So I say right now is probably silent, pressing it again. A beep. Okay, that should be the standard transparent mode. Another beep. Okay. Oh, that's even clearer. Nice. All right, so that's the enhanced transparent mode. That is what I want. So this is good. This gives me full clarity while I'm at the range, the ability to hear audible commands. It's not quite as disorienting as having your ears completely cut off. But my question now is, even though I'm getting the decibel rating of the earbuds, can I double up with electronic headset? I'm not really too sure. Which I don't know if I'm going to get feedback or it's going to be a problem for me, but I am certainly going to try. So if I was able to put these on, which are also, you know, pass-through electronic headset, what is going to happen here? Now, they don't really fit well because the earbuds are large, so, and it hurts. And it feeds back a little bit. There's like a chatter. So that's really not going to work, at least with this set. So at this point, I mean, I should be good to go with at least the 22. I don't know if I would really want to be rocking anything super heavy with only a 26 decibel reduction, because that's not really a lot in the grand scheme of things. And the last thing I want to do is damage my ears, and I do go to the range a lot. Now, of course, being Bluetooth headsets, well, I'm sitting here jamming to Spotify, get my music going. Overall sound, I'm going to turn it up for a minute. Not bad, but these don't go as loud as I would like. Which is probably okay because these are intended ultimately for shooting. But they're a nice headset. I mean, I would love to use these for phone calls. I'd love to use them for conferences. I like the fact that the noise canceling, I can change the different modes. If I wanted to, I could use these on an airplane, use them for travel. I could use them for editing my videos. So to have a little more ultimate volume out of these, I think would be better. It's suitable, but not nearly a loud enough music experience, in my opinion, for general use. So the overall sound quality is okay. I have many, like, much nicer high fidelity earbuds made for music. That's not the intent of these, so I can't really hold that accountable, but I would like a little bit more volume, that's for sure. Swapping out the covers and the tips. I try to be careful here as to not damage the foam tips, because I do not know what size I really need. And the ends of the earbuds themselves are going to be barbed. And yeah, if you're careful and just take your time, you should be able to pull that off without any damage. And then these covers here, there you go, that's easy. Going to the size large here just to try it, see if I get some better coverage. The cover slides pretty easily right into place, so that's not a problem. And then getting this foam onto the barb, there you go. So that's the size large. Same thing, squashing this down and inserting it into my ear. Letting the foam expand. And that actually feels like it's going to make a pretty nice seal. That should work fairly well for me. All in all, I think that seems about right. So the large probably does work for my needs. Comparing it against the medium, it's really hard to say. I have both of these in the fully silent mode, so I can hear the full cutoff without that ambient sound. And I would say the large is a more solid fit in my ear. So I'm going to swap out the left-hand side and go with the large. Little loud for these. Gonna swap out for the 556. And so, all right, guys, there you have it. A look at the NE20 from Nitecore. This hearing protection setup is awesome. I do have to say, I greatly like these. After a number of different trips to the range and shooting a whole bunch, everything from 22 to 9mm, 12 gauge shotgun, and 5.56. I do think I put these through a pretty good overall test. Now, I do have to say a few things. 22, no problem. These are literally going to do exactly what you need. When you start getting to 9mm, you might need to make some determinations. Typically for me, I double up on my ear protection. I'll use passive ear protection inside my ear canals, and then I'll put the muffs, which are typically some sort of active or, Bluetooth or at least like a mic sensing sort of ear muff on the outside. So I get the benefit of being able to hear the calls. I get the benefit of being able to communicate on the line, but at the same time, cutting down on the decibels as much as possible for the quality of my hearing. But I do have to say, these did a nice job. When it came to 12 gauge, inside, it was a little bit tough. Outside, a lot more bearable. The slugs, that was a hard hit, a lot of percussion, just a good thump. I felt it, but I also felt it inside my ears. With the shot, not too bad, actually. I didn't mind it so much. It was a little more airy, and the shot, I felt like, wasn't quite as percussive. And then with the 5.56, you definitely need more than this if you want to preserve your hearing. But all in all, very good. If there was a little bit of a drawback, it's just the quality of the music through these, but that's absolutely not the purpose for them. Maybe for communication, maybe you could use these on the phone if you needed to communicate at the range, but generally speaking, the comfort was great. The noise reduction, fantastic. The passive noise reduction was great, and my ability to actually hear and communicate with people was really good. So I do have to say the NE20, in my opinion, very effective. And so again, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at Nitecore who did provide these for review. And for the rest of you, if you like this content, do me a favor, take a look at my Outer Limitless channel, which is more on my primary gear. On that channel, I cover everything from hiking, camping, and backpacking excursions, all the gear that goes with it. So from sleep systems, shelter systems, knives, axes, backpacks, flashlights, you name it, that's my Outer Limitless YouTube channel. So all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.